everyone, today we're going to be doing an update on my 17 and 17. I'm really excited because I have some really good progress on these. So I will link my intro and my past two updates down below. I'll link them each playing with eyeshadow, what are you gonna do? I'll link them each individually down below so you can go ahead and kind of follow this journey in case you're new to my channel. But previously I had already used up 2 makeup products, so we were down to 15 and 17. And this time I had used up 1 more, and that was my Covergirl Lash Blast Volume mascara. This was the waterproof version, and it was a bugger to get off. I could never get it off of my eyeballs, and I hate the wand. I know a lot of people love Covergirl mascaras, and that's cool, you do you, but this is like the opposite of the benefit they're real kind of mentality where they have all the spikes at the end so you can really get into the lashes. This has no spikes at the end. So it's very hard to use. I always get black all over myself. I actually posted a tutorial using the Urban Decay Electric palette, and it shows how I use a lot of these products in my 17 and 17. So I'll link that below in case you want to see that, because I did get mascara on my eyeball, like right here. It always got right there or just somewhere. Every time I apply this, it got somewhere. So I am glad to have this gone, and it is valued at $6.99. So I am going to include all the prices now, since I do have my new 17 and 17, not 17, excuse me, makeup buying plan for 2017, where I am going to be a lot more price focused. So I'm going to include the prices of it. As always, any prices that I mentioned are the full retail value, not necessarily what I paid for it. So next I want to talk about 2 oopsies. So I had 2 kind of mistakes, one of which I was planning on happening. I've mentioned it many times, and one not so much. So the first one is the Model Code blush that I've been working on. So I had said many times that there was like a ring around the product that looked like it was just gonna pop off. And it was sitting just like in a little basket. So like when I put on my makeup, I put what I've used on my face in a bag, in a little like Birchbox kind of thing, so that I can reference it when I list everything that's on my makeup down below, if that makes sense. Because I feel like I forget it, and it's just easier that way. So everything that I use goes there. And this was in there, and it just broke apart. And so I've hit a lot of pan. So I did think that was gonna happen, and it was just kind of floating there, and I was like, well, maybe I can just still use it as like kind of loose. And I tried, and it just like chunked a bunch, like was like chunking all over my floor, like Hippocampus had like, blush all over his face. So I just threw it away. I don't love this blush, so but I still got a lot of product in here. This is valued at $9.90. I'll do a little swatch for y'all. It's a very metallic blush. As you can see, it is what's on my face today, as well as a lot of highlight, which we'll get into in a second. So I do think this is a lot more realistic for me to use up, which is exciting. I mean, I made some progress, not necessarily the way I was hoping to, but what are you gonna do? I mean, sometimes that happens with makeup. I was really disappointed in that because this blush is not that old. I got it in a Birchbox. I say it's not that old, but it's probably 2 years old, maybe a year. I mean, it's not like I got it a month ago. I mean, I've had it for a little while. So my goals on this for next month, I think it's very reasonable for me to hit this side pan. So you can see I have been it pretty much broke off, and you could just see all 3 rings. And it was kind of like in a perfect circle. So I've been kind of focusing my brush right here, and you can see that I do have some usage right on that side. So I think I can hit the side pan, and then I'll just keep working around the edges. So there's that. And the other oopsies, actually, I believe it was in one video, and I think it was actually that makeup tutorial. I had my eyeshadow duo just sitting on this makeup, my Alex 6 is where I do my makeup, and Kanga wanted to get in my lap, so she got in my lap because she does whatever she wants, and she just kicked it across the floor. Now, if you keep up with me on Instagram, you already know this story, but it's true. I mean, she just kicked it off, and I had already hit pan. So there's 2 shadows in here. There's a silver and a purple. I had already hit like some decently significant pan on the purple, and it just shattered, and it fell out of the product onto the floor. So I lost that one too. But I do still have the silver, and as you can see, I actually did hit pan on the silver. I marked it. This silver is pretty, but you do have to do a lot of building. It is what's in my inner corner today, and I think it looks pretty on camera. I don't love the way it looks in person. It's kind of like a nudie silver almost. So it's right there. So I hate that I lost that purple, but I had used up probably 3 times. So you see the amount of pan that's on this product. Multiply that times 3, and that was what was on the purple. So that's probably why it did shatter, was because of that. Also, I found out that this formulation of eyeshadow is no longer available from Estee Lauder. This is their Pure Color eyeshadow, and they now only sell the Pure Color Envy eyeshadow. But based on prices that I could find, this is actually worth $12.94. So both of these products were unfortunate incidences, but I'm not gonna like try to replace them. I have a lot of other project pans going on. So I have a 4 by the 4th of July I just started yesterday. It'll be linked down below. I have another one I'm kind of in the works with. I have a couple of ideas. I do want to get a lot of makeup out. You know, I only put makeup in my project pans because for me, I'm really good. If you keep up with my empties videos, I make them every single month. I'll link that below. But I'm really good at using up my body products and my skincare and even perfume. I'm really good at going through those. Perfume kind of. But you know, I'm really good at going through most of my items. It's makeup that I don't concentrate on. So that's what I focus on for my projects. So, I mean, I'll still get use out of it. It's not like I'm still going to use up this silver shadow. I'm still going to use up the rest of this blush. But those were kind of like, oops, that's life. So the rest of these products, I do have some really good, what do you call it? Use out of. Except for this product, so I'll just, oh my gosh, I was going to break something else. I'll go ahead and mention this now. This is my Garnier BB cream. I still haven't used this, and as you can see, this is in the shade light medium. I'll swatch it over here on this hand. It's a little too dark for me still. So, I do have a scar there. I say it all the time, but John's dog bit me. You can see it's just slightly too dark, but it does blend out nicely. And I've got some bronzer in this project, so that'll help. And I am going on the boat on Friday. Today is Wednesday, so that'll make me a lot more tan as well. But I have another base product that I'm using first because it's lighter, and then I'll start using this. So I'd say I'm about right here-ish. So I've got a lot of product in here, and most foundations are 1 ounce, and this is 2.5. Oh, sorry, y'all, I'm itchy. This is 2.5. So this will last me a long time, but I haven't really started on that yet. So the other base product that I mentioned is my Covergirl Stay Fabulous Outlast. And as you can see, I have a ton of use out of this. Now, I was marking the sides. This happened with a lot of mine, and the marks are gone. I can vaguely see, I think I started right here. And now I'm like, I marked it over on this side. I'm like right here. So I'm really near the bottom. I can't pump it out anymore. So what I do is I unscrew the top and I just put a makeup brush in. If you want to look in, you can see. I don't really have that much use left, but I feel like I've been like this for like a week and a half, where I've just been scraping and scraping and scraping. So I don't know. I'm hoping like maybe 2 more weeks left of this. Once I use this up, I'm gonna go immediately and start using this Garnier BB cream. But I do believe that by the next update, this should be gone. Similarly, I said that about this. This is the Revlon Age Defying Concealer. This is also no longer being made, I found out. And this has been repackaged. Oh my gosh, I'm so itchy. Because of this darn brush that sheds all over my face. I hate that brush. This, I've been scraping the edges and scraping the edges all month long. So you can tell that when I pull it out, there's barely any product on it. It is kind of dark for me. And it doesn't give that great a coverage. Like, it really just doesn't. But I've been trying to use it up, and I just scrape the edges and scrape the edges, and you can kind of tell how scraped these edges are, but there's still product in it, and I'm not going to throw it away just prematurely. There is not a stopper for this product. And I think I said this, but just in case I didn't, they don't make this anymore, and even if they did, I wouldn't recommend it. So I want to say that this will be gone by the next update as well. I do monthly updates in case you didn't know. But I don't know, because I said that last month and it's still here. So I'm just working on that every day. I'm really committed to these project pans, maybe to the point of detriment in some ways, but these are the only products of this type. So every day I have blush on, this is the blush I have. Unless I'm doing a tutorial, because I do like to use all the Like, I just did the Pastel Goth tutorial, and I like to use those eyeshadows in different ways. And I feel like if I just keep using the same products for my tutorials, it'll get real boring. So, except for tutorials, I use these products solely. So, you know, every day I put on makeup, which is generally 5 to 6 days a week, I've used this. So, what are you going to do? I'm just trying to use it up. Alright, next we'll just go on to my powder. I do have some good use on that, which is really exciting. So this is the Body Shop Loose Face Powder. Oh, this is valued at $9. From the best I could tell, since it's not made anymore, it was hard to find a price. But I think about $9, and this is $11.29. So the Body Shop Loose Face Powder, they do not sell this in America anymore. I found that out, again, when I was trying to price it. But I used the Australia price, and then I converted it. So this is worth $19.89. And I had been using it, but this has a very open sifter. Let me see if you can see there's powder everywhere. You can hope, I don't know why I'm not light. So you see how there's such an open sifter? So it's hard to know how much product is actually in that, like in the powder part and not in, you know, this receptacle. So it's hard to gauge your progress, but I do have some. So last month I didn't have any visible progress, which was really disappointing. But this month I do. So I started at this pink line, and those were the past 2 months, and now I'm down here-ish, maybe a little bit lower. So that's really exciting. I have been using this. I have gotten past the diameter of this circle, so, you know, it's just going to go faster and faster as we go lower in the circle. So I do feel like I'm going to be able to use this up. You know, it's nice. This month I feel like I've gotten, like, a revival. Like, it's like, yes, I can use up all these products. So, there's the Body Shop Face Powder. Got some good use out of that. Next we'll go to eyes. Oh, no, let's go to cheeks, because I already mentioned that. This palette was one that I was having a really hard time with, because these products, there's just so much of it. And it's the Too Faced, the Bronze and the Beautiful French Riviera edition. It does have chocolate soleil in it, and everyone says chocolate soleil takes like 7.5 years to use up. But today, well, yesterday it started, and today it grew significantly. I hit pan. So this morning, not this morning, like a couple minutes, like an hour ago, when I was putting on this, there was like the tiniest sliver of pan, you wouldn't even be able to see it, in Snow Bunny, and now you can see there's a lot of pan. So that's really exciting. I think it's going to go by really fast. What I do with Snow Bunny is I kind of dust it down the middle of my face. And now that I'm like, it's more summer, I do kind of do some body bronzing because I want to use this up. And I don't love anything in here. So I put Snow Bunny down the middle of my arms and down the middle of my leg. And I put Sun Bunny, which is this one, on the perimeter. And then on the rest of my body, that's showing. I mean, like, if I'm wearing pants, I'm not going to bronze up my legs because it's just dumb. I don't want to be wasteful. So I was really worried about using these up, but I do feel better. Sun Bunny, I don't have to be able to show you. It has some side pan, if you can see that. I did not mean to hit pan on this. I just kind of, like, dust my brush in it. But somehow, I guess I've been using it slanted. And I feel like Sun Bunny has kind of the same use where you have some side pan only on this side. But these are very, very shimmery. So those two are Snow Bunny. And I double swatched. That was dumb. Whoops. These two are Snow Bunny. And these two are Sun Bunny. So Sun Bunny is a lot darker. And they're all really shimmery. So it's those four. Obviously, I just kind of mix them up. You could totally use these as eyeshadow. However, I do have like a neutral tone eyeshadow already I'm trying to use up. But there's those two. And then we have Powdered Sun, which is what I have on my highlight. And I do have a liquid highlight on from my by the 4th of July. I'll link that below. And I do feel like there's a small dip in it. Hopefully you can see that. Chocolate Soleil, maybe the teeny weeniest dip. But I feel better because I feel like these two I'm going to be able to use up. You know, I mean, as much as I got use out of Snow Bunny today, I feel like maybe 2-3 months. Same here, maybe like 3-4. And then I can use these two products in the same way, where I put this Powdered Sun on my face, but also kind of in the high points of my body, and then use Chocolate Soleil to bronze up the rest, which will help me get through it some more. I do use Chocolate Soleil to contour my chin, my nose and my cheeks and a little bit on my forehead. So there's that. So I do have some exciting progress. I feel a lot better about the possibility of being able to use this up this month, or this year. And so my goals for that, I would like to hit pan on Sun Bunny and to just kind of expand that pan, maybe use up like half of it of Snow Bunny, maybe. It's kind of hard with these products, with this one specifically, because I use it every day and I use it as much as possible. Like my eyeshadow is the one thing that I change a bunch, because I love eyeshadow. I can't just be constricted to one. So we'll see what happens with that. But I am feeling better about the possibility of being able to use it up. So now let's go on to eyes. Like I said, I do have an eyeshadow that's kind of neutral, and my goal was to hit pan on it, and I actually did. So I have this cup. This is the Reveal 2 palette sampler. Last month I had the teeny weeniest bit of brown showing, of pan showing this brown, and as you can see, I have very much grown that. I had the tiniest bit of this shade left, which is like a pinky brown. It's gone, and then I wanted to hit pan on copper, and I got some nice pan on it. So I'll do swatches. This copper is what I have on my lid, and this brown is what I have on my crease, and it's also what I use to set my brown eyeshadow. Excuse me, my brown liner. So I think that that's really exciting, and I'm feeling good about using this up as well. So my goals for next month, if you see this brown, I would like to kind of have this half used up. So like where I've started and maybe that. And then for the copper, you see how there's these 4 divots in the pan? I would like to have all 4 of those divots showing in the copper. So I think both of those are realistic goals. And then we've got my cream shadow. Again, the marks are no longer on here. I'm not even telling you all the price of this. The price of this is $38. And the price of this is $2.40. And again, that's based on like the full size and stuff like that. And that's what this fully retailed for. This retailed for $7.97. It is still available, I believe. And my marks came off, but I was really discouraged about this as well. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to be able to use this up. And y'all, I got so much use out of it. I probably used up half an inch, conservatively. So this is the Neutrogena Crease Proof Shadow in the shade Lasting Taupe. So I have it right here, and I do use it every day as a cream shadow, but I've also been using it as a cream contour. And that's really how I've been using it up. I definitely think that within the next, let's say 3 months, I'll be able to have this gone. So that's really exciting because I was getting kind of discouraged with this product as well. So, you know, I don't really have like a goal as far as how much I want to have used up of that. I just want to use it up some more. I've been using that again every single day that I have on makeup, which is most days. And then I have my 3 eyeliners. So these are all 3 Rimmel Scandaleyes. I have the black. They're worth $3.99 a piece. I have the black, gorgeous, and I have the nude, which is also great. So the black I just use, you know, on my upper lid, and sometimes my waterline if I'm going downtown or doing something kind of smoky. Then the nude, which is right there, again, so creamy and pigmented. I use on my inner rim, and then I kind of outline right where my highlight goes, and then on the bottom of my, like the outside of my lower lash line, like my lower lid. And that's so that whatever I put down there will stay. And it is helping me a lot. I use Chocolate Soleil every day in my crease as a transition, and also down there to just kind of transition it out. So I am getting a lot of good use out of that, and I will show y'all the progress. So here's my black. You can see I got some good progress, and here's my nude. I got a lot of good progress on that. And then we have my brown. Now you may notice it's a different lid. The original lid broke, and that is why it's in a different lid. And because of that, it has dried out significantly. So every day I use this, I have to warm it up on my hand and then put it on. And then I go ahead and set it with liner just to make it more pigmented. So my goal for this month is to have used this one completely up, which will obviously mean that I won't have as much use out of these 2, but I'm okay with that because these 2 are still gorgeous and I love them. This one is hard to use. So I think that's realistic. I think if I don't know how many more sharpenings, like 4 or 5. I think I can do that if I use it every day. And I do have to warm it up. And also because it is so dry, it does break when I'm sharpening it. I mean, I don't try to break it, obviously, but it does break when I'm sharpening it. So I think I'll be able to use that up. That's how much I have left. So I'm excited about the possibility of getting that out of my collection. Then I have my one remaining lip product. And I have some really exciting use out of that too. And this is my Too Faced Bonjour Beautiful Creamy Lip Palette. I could not for the life of me find this anywhere. It came in a set with the Too Faced Mad Eye palette. I could not find a value for this anywhere. So what I did is I went and looked at their peach oil glosses. And based on the amount that's in here, that's kind of how I priced it. So this would be worth $21.71. And I hit pan on all 4 of these shades. Hopefully you can see that. Like right there, right there, right in there, and right in there. So these are all really pigmented and nice. You can see those are really nice. I really enjoy this shade. And then this gold glitter, which is kind of sticky. I like to put that all, it's very glittery, so if you put it on your lips, it just gives a nice glittery look, but it doesn't, it's not too much. Today I mixed the nude and the metallic-y shade, and I don't love the look it came out with, but you know, what are you gonna do? So, I would like to hit top pan, so hit this part in all 4 of these shades. And again, I feel like it's very realistic that I'll be able to use this up this year because of how much product I got on all 4 of these shades this month. And last but not least is another product that I think by the next update will be gone, and that is my nail polish. I have been putting glitter top coats over it just to keep it interesting, but the silver nail polish under it is the Ruffian nail lacquer in the shade Relic. And as you can see, I'm right there. I started up here. I started at the top, so you can see I've gotten a lot of use out of that. I think I probably have 3 or 4 more manicures out of this. I do have it on my nails and on my toes. So I think I'll definitely be able to use this up before the next update, which is exciting because, you know, it'll be something out of my collection. So that's my 17 and 17. Now it is a 14 and 17, which is exciting. I've used up 3 products already, and I'm really encouraged by the progress I've made this month. And I think that without it, well, I don't want to say without a doubt because I'm totally jinxing myself, but I definitely think I'll be able to use up all of these products within the next, you know, 9 months. Even incorporating all my other project pans. Hopefully. That's the goal, at least. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions, requests, suggestions, comments. Anything that I mentioned will be listed down below, you know, as far as my own videos and stuff. And if you want to know what's on my face, that'll also be listed down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all real soon. Bye.